Hi everyone! Today we are going to read The Bear and the Piano. It is written and illustrated by David Litchfield. I adore this book. I love the story, the message, and the illustrations. So I hope you enjoy it. Today's story is a special shout out to Mrs. Greto's kindergarten class at Wake. The Bear and the Piano. So we have beautiful end sheets. And then remember, our first page before the story starts is called our title page. And we have the title. Our author and illustrator, in this case, is the same person, publisher information, and we always have a picture clue about what's going to come in the story. And there we see a bear, and he is wearing a tuxedo. We also have a little clue if you compare the bear on the front cover. You can see he's just a little bit taller than the keyboard there on the piano. And then on the back, you can see he is taller than that. So we're going to see this story, he grows. Bear and the Piano. One day in the forest, a young bear cub found something he'd never seen before. What could this strange thing be, he thought. Shyly, he touched it with his stubby paws. Plonk! The strange thing made an awful sound. So the bear left, but the next day he came back. And the day after that, too. And for days and weeks and months and years, see how much bigger he gets from the first time to the last, until eventually, what do you think is going to happen on the next page? Eventually, the sound that came from the strange thing were beautiful, and the bear had grown big and strong and grisly. When the bear played, he felt so happy. The sounds took him away from the forest, and he dreamed of strange and wonderful lands. Do any of you play the piano? My son plays the piano, and he feels the same way. It makes him feel very happy when he plays. It wasn't long before the other bears in the forest were drawn to the clearing. Every night a crowd gathered to listen to the magical melodies coming from the bear and the strange thing. So he has like a little forest concert every night for his friends. Then one night, a girl and her father came across the clearing. They told the bear that the strange thing was a piano, and the sounds it made were music. Come to the city with us, they said. There is lots of music there. You can play grand pianos in front of hundreds of people and hear sounds so beautiful, they will make your fur stand on end. The bear knew that if he left the forest, the other bears would be very sad. So you can see they're a little bit worried, right? You can see in their face by looking at their eyes, their mouth. Even he's a little bit nervous about that decision. He's got his paw in his hand. His eyes look a little bit worried. But he longed to explore the world beyond the woods, to hear more wonderful music, and to play bigger and better than before. And before long, you can see what his decision was, right? These bears are watching him go in the boat with the father and the daughter, and there's the city. And I think I forgot to mention that the girl was holding a brochure for what is called Broadway. So we know the city they're going to is New York City, and Broadway is where they have wonderful musicals, plays with singing and dancing. And there they go, and they arrive in Broadway. The bear's name was up in big bright lights in the big bright city, and it says Broadway. We have a giant screen advertising, and there is the name of the performance, which is The Bear and the Piano, which is the name of our book. And this sign over here says from the Post, which is their newspaper, "You won't believe your ears or your eyes." He played sold-out concerts in giant theaters. Look how beautiful that is. All those people listening to the bear play the piano. Every night he performed with such passion and such grace, to wild applause and standing ovations and huge admiration. So everybody's clapping. A standing ovation is when you stand and clap, and they're just applauding. They love his music. But his friends loved his music too, right? You remember? The bear recorded albums that went platinum. He was interviewed for magazines. He won awards. He met new people every day and created headlines everywhere he went. Piano playing bear is a real smash. Pause for thought. Bear's world tour sells out. This is the picture of his album, The Bear and the Piano. So he's gotten really famous for doing what he loves, right? Playing the piano. The city was everything he hoped it would be, but deep down, something tugged at the bear's heart. What do you think that is? What do you think's tugging at his heart? He had fame and awards and all the music in the world, but he missed the forest. He missed his old friends. He missed his home, right? A bear's natural home is not in the big city, right? It's in the forest where he lived before with his family and friends. He's sitting on the roof of an apartment looking at the moon. So the bear decided to go back. He speedily crossed the river and excitedly pounded into the forest. He couldn't wait to tell his friends about his time in the city. He's back to running on all fours like a natural bear would do. But when the bear reached the familiar clearing, it was empty. Remember, that's where the piano used to sit. No piano, no bears, no anything. The bear started to worry that his friends had forgotten him, or that they were angry that he had left them behind. Do you think they forgot about him? Do you think that they were mad that he left? I bet they missed him. And then a friend stepped into the clearing. "Hello," cried the bear. "I'm back. I've missed you so much." Without saying a word, the gray bear ran back into the trees. Do you think he was running away from him? "Wait," called the bear. "I'm sorry I left. Please stop." But his friend just kept running. Why do you think he's running away from him? Let's see. The bear stumbled after him, moving deeper and deeper into the forest, until he saw something that made his fur stand on end. That means he was shocked and surprised. See his eyes? What do you think he saw? Let's see if you're right. Look at that. There's his piano and all the clippings from the newspaper and everything advertising his concerts. And they clipped it all out and saved it. And they hung it from the tree over his piano. They weren't mad at him, were they? They had a special shrine sort of to him. For the bear had not been forgotten. His friends weren't angry, but they were, what would you say that feeling is? They were proud. They were proud of him. The bear realized that no matter where he went or what he did, they would always be there, watching from afar. They had even kept the piano safe in the shade, ready for his return. So after the bear had told his friends about his life in the city and the many concerts he had played, he sat down to play once more, this time for the most important audience of all, his friends and family, those who love him. So it was fun that he got to go adventure and explore wonderful new places, and I bet he'll go back and do it again, but he always can come home to where everybody loves and supports him. The Bear and the Piano. I hope you enjoyed it. See you.